successful music conducted at the highest levels, is at it again. After organizing fundraising events for the Kashmir quake and the Darfur victims, this time he gave a rare treat to New York residents. His debut as cover conductor for the Brooklyn Philharmonic was a spectacular musical concert synchronized with a fireworks show. Take a look. New York area residents experienced a rare treat as Brooklyn Philharmonic, under the baton of Singapore-born Indian conductor George Mathew, performed Handel's Royal Fireworks music synchronized to a spectacular fireworks show above the East River. The 20-minute fireworks display was launched from two barges into the skies above Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn. For the past 5 decades, Brooklyn Philharmonic has played a leading role in the presentation of innovative and thematic programming. The concert featured works by Handel, Mendelssohn, Clark Bartok, and Rossini. The event marked New York area's only known symphony performance of the summer, in which classical music is accompanied by choreographed fireworks. With Madhu Bhatia Jha in New York, Garima Khurana headlines today. And though he gives his origins to the state of Kerala, since more than a year, Mathew has been instrumental in organizing concerts to provide relief during crisis times. Here's a look at the philanthropic conductor and his work. George Mathew made his Brooklyn Philharmonic debut with the South Street Seaport concert in New York on Saturday. Earlier this year in January, Mathew came out with his franchise, The Requiem for Darfur. Together with colleagues from the musical, humanitarian, academic and business communities, Mathew conceived the idea to gather artists from the world's finest orchestras, ensembles and music schools for a humanitarian purpose, employing music as a uniting force.
Where the mission comes in fact from the music. So I was lucky to find these works, or find in these great pieces, the essence of what we were trying to say in response to these great moments in human history.
Last year in January, Mathew made his Carnegie Hall debut as the artistic director and conductor of Beethoven's Ninth for South Asia, a benefit concert organized to raise funds and public awareness for the survivors of the devastating earthquake of 2005. The concert brought together global leaders from various communities and raised over $164,000 in a single evening. Mathew has assisted renowned conductors as Sir Colin Davis and Gunther Schuller, among many others. He was a finalist for the 2003 Herbert von Karajan Conducting Fellowship for the Vienna Philharmonic at the Salzburg Festival. Currently, Mathew has ambitious plans that take him to his country of origin, India.
Well, there is a plan afoot to do a project with Beethoven 9. I'm working on having the text, the German text, translated into Urdu for the Urdu-speaking world, and into Tamil and Sinhalese for Art South, and to take this around under the auspices of some Indian organization.
He commands an orchestra of over 30 musicians and sends in just one request: and musicians from all over the world get together to champion his humanitarian cause. But for George Mathew, music does more than just raise funds. It also eases suffering and comfort. This is Madhu Bhatia Jha in New York for Headlines Today. And since its inception, audiences have embraced the Brooklyn Philharmonic's commitment to the concept of the orchestra as a contemporary performance. The Philharmonic has premiered over 150 works, including 61 commissions. Here's what the audience and fellow mates think about Philharmonic's new conductor, George Mathew.
George is a sweetheart. Not only a great musician, but he knows how to get out of the orchestra without being too much like a conductor. He's a real musician, and we really appreciate how he's able to work with us and treat us as musicians and not as employees.
George is one of the most loving, kind, gentle souls in our industry. He not only loves music, he loves people. He has a heart that is as big as the city and all 5 boroughs combined. He brings his passion and his energy and his love for music and people in one simple place, in his hand, in his baton, and that's the magic he makes.
I've attended fireworks concerts plenty of times, yeah, in the parks, in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, near where we live, with the New York Philharmonic and the Brooklyn Philharmonic and other orchestras, and it's just an incredible experience. It's really great fun.
Well, I think the Brooklyn Philharmonic is actually a truly unique orchestra in that we always try to present music in a different way. We want everybody to come here and have an experience that they'll never forget.
And British rocker Rod Stewart finds a not fit